Hey all, here are OS Reviews. You're watching our hands-on review of the MobiFren Holeic. These are wireless Bluetooth headphones, but they're more of a neckband style than truly wireless. They sell for $50 and they claim to be hi-fi quality because they come with Qualcomm's aptX certification and claims that the drivers have been fine-tuned by a musician. Now this company, Mobifren, is based in Korea, and these earbuds are also made in Korea. Now what's also interesting is Mobifren claims that they have a companion application that you can download on Android devices that allows you to have access to a selfie remote key that you can press on using the inline remote to take photos with your phone, in addition to do things like find your phone once it's paired and connected, in addition to some other smart features like changing the EQ and sound profile. So here are some of the additional details, just taking a closer look here. Qualcomm aptX with 16-bit music quality and data transmission to give you a CD-like listening experience, flexible flat cable that prevents tinkling, and there is Qualcomm CVC for some noise canceling with the microphone when you are talking. Here's a peek at what the smartphone companion app should look like. The earbuds are also magnetic, so you can wear it like a necklace when you're not listening to music. And there's 5 colors available that you can choose from. Now we have the earbuds themselves, and we also have access to a quick instruction manual documented in Korean, Chinese, and in English. There's also a micro USB cable used for charging, so it's not using the latest USB Type-C either, but it is what it is. And we also get a fair assortment of spare tips to get a more custom fit. Now taking a closer look at the design of these earbuds next, the ceramic white color here is very clean, and the earbuds themselves do have a surprising heft to them. They do look and kind of feel like ceramic or some type of aluminum material. Definitely does feel quite premium and hefty. We have some micro grooves and the company's logo embedded on it. They are magnetic, and the magnet does feel quite strong. The slightly transparent tips also adds to the really clean look of this white finish. We also have that flat ribbon wire, and there's the inline remote, which is a little on the large side, but there are 2 LEDs which will glow different colors for various pairing modes. That's made in Korea. The other side features the keys and controls, which are pretty tactile and responsive. The center key here is for turning it on, and you can hold for a few seconds to enter the pairing mode, and there's also volume rockers. Once paired, you can tap on the middle key to play and pause your music, skip tracks, and also when you're opening the app, you can also use it to take photos and find your phone. On the side here, we also have access to the micro USB port for charging, covered by a rubber seal because it is sweat-proof, but you shouldn't submerge it underwater for purposes like swimming, for example, but it should survive sessions to the gym and when you're jogging and running around. One thing I will say though is they don't have really outer wings on the edges, which means that if you are using them exclusively for sports and you know that you'll be vigorously shaking your head or moving around a lot, they may not have the most snug fit because they are just a very direct kind of design. This is suited probably just for walking around and also light movement as opposed to vigorous exercise. Now moving into audio quality and performance next, overall I would say that the Holeic earphones do sound very clean. I can say that if you're listening to classical music or orchestral music, you can definitely delineate between the various instruments, kind of sources where the audio is coming from, so it is very precise, especially in the mids and the highs. I think trebles are calibrated really well. With that being said, they definitely have more of a neutral sound, which is a little unusual for wireless headphones. It's definitely a huge contrast coming from the last few pairs of TWS earbuds I've reviewed, happening to belong to Monster and also to Blue Dio, which are just really bass heavy. In contrast, these have not that much bass actually. In fact, for my personal preference, I would like the bass to be pumped up a little bit more. As a result, you are able to have more emphasized mids and highs. So again, if you're listening primarily to acoustic music, to classical music, something with a bit more of a delicate touch, that's where they will become more preferable. But again, if you are a bass head or someone that really enjoys EDM type music, then that might be one area where there are other options to take a closer look at. And again, 9 hours of usage before you need to recharge them is also quite good, I think, for something that's relatively small and lightweight. Here's the companion application. It's called MobiFren SM, and apparently it works with other wireless headphones that this company has made in the past as well. What I found a little unfortunate is sometimes the application is a little hit or miss depending on the device that you're using. For example, you can connect to the headphones, and once you are connected, you go back into the application and you expect to be able to then be able to control the headphones, but sometimes it says failed connection even though the headphones are clearly already connected. So perhaps these headphones are so new that they haven't been updated on the list of devices in the app yet, but the application definitely needs a little bit of updating work, I think, because it's a little bit hit or miss. I have gotten it working when trying out using a smartphone previously, but you can see here on the tablet, it's simply not recognizing it even though I'm connected using Bluetooth. But overall, you do have, again, access to the aforementioned controls when it is working. For example, changing the volume in addition to changing the sound signature. You can have a boosted bass experience, which does help a little bit. Tapping on menu, you can control some of the other features, such as taking photos, anti-loss, and you have to actually install a separate application, it seems like, just to use the selfie feature. You can tap on install MobiFren camera, and the app does work quite well, but the fact that you have to install another separate app just for that is not the most convenient of things. I think they can just consolidate that into one thing that you have to download. And otherwise, you have also some additional features, some which are related to health, which don't seem to correlate with these particular headphones. These pairs, again, are very simple and don't have that feature. So anyways, the application is a very nice idea. It seems to be a little hit or miss in terms of recognition. So the app is a little janky and they should probably update it. So that's more or less it for our hands-on review of the MobiFren Holeic hi-fi quality wireless Bluetooth earphones. They have a slightly older kind of wire design to the left and right sides, but as a result, you do get a magnetic design, and also you do get access to Qualcomm's aptX certification and chipset at a lower price. Qualcomm aptX certified TWS earbuds, on the other hand, typically sell for around $80 or so at the moment. So that is about $30 more expensive than something like this, which has a wired design. This is overall delivering very clean sound quality that is free from distortion and offers surprisingly good audio, especially in mids and trebles when it comes to detail for wireless earbuds. Bass, though, is a little bit on the weak side. Furthermore, the companion application is a great idea, but I think the execution, it needs to be updated before it becomes a really polished and talking point that's worth celebrating. However, concentrating purely on the design, the construction quality, and the pure audio quality, I think that overall the Holeics are worth a closer look at the asking price of $50. So you can check out more details if you're interested in the links down below, but that's been the MobiFren Holeic. These are Korean manufactured, hi-fi grade Bluetooth earphones.